Hello, everybody. This is Drew Thomas here. Now, I know I did a stream yesterday, but I completely forgot to mention something, so I thought I'd do a whole stream about it today. So, what happened 10 years ago? Well, I'll tell you. So, if there's one thing you gotta know about the summertime is there's always fun stuff to do, whether it's going to a summer camp, going to, an amusement park like Six Flags, or, going to the zoo, or going to Branson or Silver Dollar City. However, summer camp is, something hard for kids on the autism spectrum. And so it wasn't until some people in Kansas City, Missouri got together and they created Camp Encourage. Camp Encourage is this summer camp that focuses on, it being marketed towards kids on the autism spectrum. So kids that have or kids with mental disabilities at least, mostly for the autism spectrum, because a lot of people on the spectrum are often made fun of in summer camps and stuff. However, the summer camp was different. Why? Because, this was made for kids with mental disabilities. Anyway, so 10 years ago was the day I came home from that summer camp. And I'm going to tell you the full story of how I went to that summer camp, how I got the money for the summer camp, and how it was, and how trains are helping take into play with this. Anyway, so I think it was around late 2014 or I don't know, early 2015, but my mom told me about this summer camp called Camp Encourage. And I seemed pretty interested in it. They had, they had all sorts of events. There was swimming, there was zip lining, there was, um, they had pretty much everything. Like they had, um, they had like this improv comedy shop or workshop, and like this magic show where this magician made candy, and there's also a carnival where Olaf from Frozen made an appearance, and they also had all sorts of fun stuff to do. Anyway, so pretty much what happened was, um, we saved up money, and in addition to that, we had to, host like a special church dinner so they could, help, so we could help raise money for this summer camp. All sorts of people helped me out, and my biological father, my mom, made spaghetti for the supper. I don't know why we couldn't win it with pizza, but okay. This was around the time that, spaghetti was all the rage for us. Pretty much everyone loved spaghetti in my family, all except me because I started to grow tired of it. Because we had spaghetti like too much, if you ask me, and not enough pizza. Anyway, so pretty soon in March, I first came to the summer camp after a vacation in Warrensburg, which that was with that's from Uncle Diddy. I call him that because he, did something really bad. I'd say worse than Diddy, but I'm still gonna call him Uncle Diddy because he did something pretty bad. I'm not gonna go into details. So I went to a wedding that he was having. In addition to that, we stayed at a hotel where we went swimming, ordered Papa John's pizza, and basically just were enjoying ourselves. Needless to say, it was a pretty fun time, and I also got to look at the summer camp, where I came across a coyote, a snake, and it was like a baby snake, and a spider. Those were some of the things I came across while I was on the trip. Thankfully, the coyote just ran past. It didn't actually have face-to-face interaction, but yeah. Anyway, so continuing, My mom once again went up there because she was going to be helping out at the girls' cabin, one of the girls' cabins. She's going to be like one of the cabin keepers. And basically, she was, well, kind of like a counselor. But yeah, I pretty much got to, while she was up there, I went to Uncle Diddy's house, and yeah. I also looked at I also got to see the Union Pacific trains on my way to that on my way to Uncle Diddy's. But yeah, pretty soon it was June, and the time had come for, well, me to go to the summer camp. I said goodbye to a lot of people, and I was on my way to Kansas City. We even crossed the state line to get to Kansas City. Well, while we were briefly in Kansas City, Kansas, but while it was actually in Kansas City, Missouri, was where this camp was. Actually, let me look. Because I do remember the place was called Tall Oaks. Anyway, so when I got to this camp, my mom was already there. She was getting stuff ready. We had to stay the night at Uncle Diddy's, and this was before my biological father was estranged from the family. But yeah, I got to spend the camp lasted for 4 days and 3 nights. The first day was obviously the first day when I first came. Made a couple of friends made a couple of friends in the cabin, and the second day was when we started to do camp activities. Like there's a hayride, there's campfire songs, there was I remember the campfire songs they sang was "Oh Susanna" and "On Top of Spaghetti," which is to the tune of "On Top of Old Smoky," about sneezing on a meatball, causing it to, well, fall off their plate of spaghetti. Which the Sesame Street version was kind of weird with Snuffy. I thought that was weird. Even to this day, I still think it's weird, especially with the poorly rendered meatball in it. But that's another story. Anyway, so I remember that night I was also feeling a little homesick, which this was when my mom decided to tell me about the surprise she had for me. She said that after Camp Encourage, she was going to take me to a train-themed restaurant in Kansas City. Now, if you can guess this train-themed restaurant in Kansas City, then, well, you'll be a champion. If you know what this train-themed restaurant is, let me know down in the chat, which I know what it is, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to continue with the story. The third day was the carnival day, was when they had like balloon animals, although I made a balloon sword and we were like the Three Musketeers, the people in my cabin were. And then Olaf from Frozen was there, and while they had like this Panda Express thing, they had a dunk tank, this like one cheese ball game where someone put like shaving cream all over them, and we had to throw cheese balls onto them. It was stale cheese balls, so they were, yeah, close enough. It's called Fritz's actually. It's Fritz apostrophe S. Yeah, Fritz's Railroad Restaurant. But well, we'll get to that later. Anyway, so the final day was packing day. Packed things up. Looked at a presentation that played. I remember during the presentation they were playing "Count on Me" from by Bruno Mars. I remember the nights I would stay at the cabin. We for some of the nights they turned on the Tom Friends DVD I had of Percy's Chocolate Crunch, which was one of my favorite Thomas the Tank Engine DVDs that I got back when I went to this music studio, which that'll probably be another story. Anyway, so we watched the DVD Percy's Chocolate Crunch some of these nights. I remember bringing my Tex the Robot stress ball and my Thomas the Tank Engine train. It was the Trackmaster 2 Thomas, because that was the only Thomas I had before the ultimate Christmas present of 2015, which I'll probably get to that later. Whenever I'll probably talk about that on like my 23rd birthday. But anyway, let's continue. So, yeah. So after that, we left Camp Encourage and we went to Fritz's Road Restaurant, which they have trains that deliver the food. They have like this track for the trains to ride on, and underneath has like this cargo carrier that's sort of like a hanging basket. And so the train goes to the destination. When it gets to the spot, a barrier drops down and has the box put onto the platform. And then the platform is lowered. Then you take the cargo, which is the food, and then you pretty much eat. Which rather than having waiters, you pretty much take the order on the phone. You pretty much call the station or the kitchen. They make your food, and then they have one of the trains deliver it. Which the train was actually a blue engine that was numbered 1, so it was Thomas the Tank Engine. Which I've only been to this restaurant twice. The first time was when I went to Camp Encourage. The second time was when I went to Dale with Thomas back in 2018. But that'll be another story. Anyway, so yeah. It was definitely a fun experience. However, the story's not over yet. For when I got home, there's another big surprise awaiting for me. My biological father got fireworks. As I came in, he lit the fireworks and they went off, and they had like a welcome home sign for me as I pulled into the park, as I pulled into the driveway. Yeah, those fireworks shot at our car. Yeah. The fireworks shot out our car, and thankfully no one was hurt. And well, I do remember the people lighting the fireworks were running, which was my biological father and my sister. Yeah. Anyway, so afterwards I put it all together into a presentation and showed it to people. It was definitely by far one of the most fun experiences of my life, going to the summer camp. I would have done it again in 2016, but well, I went on a mission trip instead because, well, I thought it would be a good Christian way to have a good relationship with my biological father. But that was like before. However, before that, my mom and my brother and sisters were planning on going to that. But well, in the end, decide not to. My younger brother got sick to his stomach, so he couldn't go. I'm guessing it was like fear and anxiety. I had a little bit of that fear and anxiety too, because well, although strange things were happening to my body when I got to South Dakota. Like I kept getting nosebleeds. I kept getting I got sick to my stomach one night. Not to mention that I also had spooky experiences, and by spooky I mean a bunch of the girls on this mission trip were just getting all spooky, scary skeleton like. But yeah, your apologies accepted. Anyway, so I think I've pretty much gone over everything. So let's bring on some yeah, I know what you're referring to. You're referring to like country balls or something like that. I always found that concept to be interesting. Country balls. It's like these little balls focusing on like you know, face. But yeah. Anyway, so I think I'll bring him in on the 30-minute mark. yeah. Because, well, I don't want him to fill up the whole stream with train talk. So I guess now that that's done with, let's talk about this weekend. Yes, this weekend is going to be a filming weekend. I've also done a little bit of filming yesterday, but yeah. Hello, Wyatt.
Hey,
Why did Diesel 10 destroy Six Flags? Because it had a steam engine. You know what Diesel 10 hates? Steam engines. I still can't believe it's been 10 years since I've been to that summer camp. Anyway, I'm happy that I was able to share it with y'all. But yeah, that picture you saw on Facebook, next to the picture of Tipsy me with the train and my grandma, that was the picture on the other side was me eating a grilled cheese at Fritz's. They had good grilled cheese, although they almost contaminated it with a pickle. I don't get why restaurants have to do that. Like, keep the pickle away from the fucking grilled cheese.
why did I have to put pickles on the good foods to make it bad? I hate it.
Pickles are so overrated. That's why, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I mean, back during the early days of Easy Road, I had a couple of fans of country balls. That was back during the early days, like long before I met Wyatt. Around the time I made the first Drew Thomas the movie, or I was making the first Drew Thomas the movie.
How long did it take you to make the first Drew Thomas movie, anyways? Was it like
Well, I first started writing it around okay, I can remember it was after Halloween. With the success of Thompson Haunted Amusement Park, I was like, onward and upward. Let's make a movie. Like that was it's time to make a movie. And so I started writing. And it finally hit me. The story, the everything. I started writing it. And I finished writing around like February or March. That's when I finished writing the script, the first draft anyway. And he left, but I'm still going to continue. Anyway, so yeah, the first draft was. He's back. Anyway,
yeah,
so
accident.
this before I was. Yeah. Which Sideshow Bob wasn't added until like the last minute when my stepfather decided to flake out. He was going to be PT Boomer, but after a while, he decided not to. So in the end, I decided, what else is a good villain to be alongside Diesel 10? Because I want to repeat a Magic Railroad where it's just Diesel 10. He needs human hands, or at least an anthropomorphic character. PBJ Arter has no villain, but wait, The Simpsons has a villain, Sideshow Bob. And so Sideshow Bob became the new supporting villain. And so that was when I actually started filming. I believe I first started filming at Six Flags, and I was doing a lot more filming at my house, and I filmed all around downtown St. Louis, particularly in front of Busch Stadium, the Gateway Arch, Union Station, the St. Louis Zoo, and my niece and my nephew were with me when I was filming because my mom had them for the weekend, and she was, well, wanted to spend time with them. You know how she is with her kids, her grandkids anyway. Yeah. Yeah. I know about Solar Fallout, although I don't watch that Sodor Dark shit because, well, it ain't Halloween, buddy. It ain't Halloween. I feel like most people that make them are like goth or angsty teens or delinquents.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I believe I finished filming in July. Oh yeah, I did finish filming in July. Duh. That was when I was really starting to edit. However, during editing, I was also filming last minute stuff and also recording last minute stuff. And I also made a few changes, deleted a couple of scenes. Some were not shown, but some were shown. particularly the ones at the Six Flags gift shop. You all know the one I'm referring to. Yeah, the scene of Thomas looking at Wonder Woman's caboose. There was a Wonder Woman statue at Six Flags, and I decided to have him stare at her
I know,
caboose.
I know. I know which one you're talking about. I saw it from the
Yeah.
deleted scene.
That was cut because I forgot to add it into the movie. And then also I felt like it would I felt like it would have taken away from the story. Anyway, so after that, this was when we had the big party, and this was on July 24th. It was my graduation party / movie premiere. We invited a lot of people, but only like some of them showed up, mostly family and the true friends. Definitely not my ex, because yeah. They all came, saw the movie, they enjoyed it. As I walked in, I was greeted with confetti poppers. But yeah, I made the movie like 4 years ago, which next year is going to be the 5-year anniversary, so I wonder how we should celebrate. Obviously, I might do a double feature screening or maybe a triple feature. Although I don't have like much stream time because, well, I don't have premium anymore. I had StreamYard Premium back during the, dark ages. I call it the dark ages because that was when stuff was really starting to become a lot more dark and intense for us easy railroaders. Then I had the wake up call with the near death, and yeah. That same year, later, I befriended Wyatt, and the rest is history. That was when I. Now, Drew Thomas the movie 2 came up. I don't know why I decided to do it, but well, I think that. I think I was hearing about Zootopia 2 being released, and so I thought I should have the Zootopia characters in my next movie. And Thanos, my mom said that she was going to take me to Strasbourg, and I was like, hey, I should make a sequel. And some of the stuff will be filmed at Strasbourg. In the end, we didn't go to Strasbourg, though, but I still wanted to make a sequel. I already made a trailer anyway. So I went to the drawing board, and I finally came up with a good story. This one I actually didn't write. I just completely made up as I went along. I just winged it.
And you took some ideas that I was giving you too.
I took some ideas from why Cassie and I were friends at that time. Pre-production, I believe, started in like I don't know if it was like December 2024 or January 2025, but yeah. I think it might have been January 2025. So, because I remember I was thinking about how great Zootopia was, and I decided, okay, I've wanted to do this for a while, but I think I'm gonna finally make Nick and Judy characters in Drew Thomas. Yeah, I've been wanting to do that since like I don't know, before I even started. Because well, I actually liked Zootopia. However, my obsession was starting to start in like 2024, and then 2025 was when I was starting to like really rewatch Zootopia a lot. Because so far I've watched it at least, I think I've done it 5 times this year. I did it in February, March, April, May, and June. I'm going to be doing my 6th rewatch in July, on July 26th for the Magic Road anniversary. But yeah, the first time was actually 9 years ago, probably around this month. It was like a double feature between Finding Dory and Zootopia at the Cuba Drive-In, which back then Cuba had a drive-in, which is still up there, but it hasn't opened in a while, so I think it's safe to say that it's like permanently closed. But yeah, I don't remember what I don't remember much, but I believe we got candy and popcorn and stuff. I was mostly interested in finding Dory, but I was willing to give Zootopia a chance, and I was glad I did. Anyway, so I've also, I don't know if you saw my recent video, but I've also talked about why Kingstone Studios, which is a Christian studio, is using AI to create VeggieTales stuff. My question is, fucking why? Why are they doing this? Like, why? Why use AI? I mean, Phil and Mike wouldn't have done this. I feel like they should have the right to sue Kingstone for ruining VeggieTales. I feel like they should have the right to sue Kingstone because this is not okay. They are ruining VeggieTales. Like, the animation looks terrible because it's AI. Like, you can tell that's AI. Like, why use AI for animation? Yeah, why would anyone use AI to create stuff that's like weird and cringy and well awful? I mean, look at this stuff that I'm scrolling past here. This stuff is just made for satire, but well, it looks awful. For goodness sakes, don't use AI. Use actual humans. Use actual, I don't know. But why to a show that was all right as it is? I mean, this is mostly because Universal fired Phil, Mike, Kurt, and Lisa, the people behind VeggieTales. So, yeah, they kind of, I don't know if they'll be able to sue or if they'll be able to, well, stop this from happening. But, well, I probably doubt it because, I mean, let's face it, Universal has the rights to VeggieTales now. They've had the rights for a while. They just so happened to brought the voice actors back, but well, when they asked for more creative control, they were just like, "Nope, you're fired." And so, oh, White's backstage. But yeah, they're using AI to mess with a perfectly good Christian show. That's blasphemy. That's sin. That's practically sinning. I mean, have they heard of one of the Ten Commandments? Thou shalt not steal. Not to get like biblical or anything, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, AI is awful. See, awful.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at all those AIs. You were sitting because they're awful.
Yeah. But yeah, they recently released two VeggieTales animations. One was reanimating a episode of the story of Esther. The other one was this trailer for like this Nutcracker thing. That is, well, I don't know if it was like a test. I think it was like a test, thankfully. So maybe it's just a test, and they're gonna see that it looks awful, so they're gonna be like, "Yeah, let's not do this." Maybe they might actually call in the original animation team. Because if they don't, well, let's just say this movie is doomed. I mean, I've only seen, I've seen Jonah Vegetables movie, and I've seen the Pirates movie in theaters back when I was a kid. But well, this new Larry Boy movie, if it's gonna be made with AI, it might as well be direct to streaming because I mean, no one's gonna want to look at an AI movie on a big screen. Because I reckon
How
there'll
do
be
you find
people
it?
leaving.
How did you figure this out?
Um, so I've heard, so I've had sources from like the VeggieTales fandom because I'm somewhat in that fandom kind of because well our family grew up with VeggieTales.
Yeah.
But yeah, VeggieTales was the bomb for us all. We all sang the silly songs. We all watched the videos. During Christmas, we watched the Christmas videos. During Easter, we watch An Easter Carol and 'Twas the Night Before Easter. In addition to the other Easter movies, VeggieTales brought us together as a family, pretty much. Even my biological father loved it before he left. Which, yeah. That's also one of the, and it was also one of the things I actually liked about being a Christian, watching VeggieTales. Because, well, they marketed for so that way Christians or non-Christians could like it. Because, well, they just take the morals that they learn from the episodes. Because, I mean, science is not just biblical stuff like, if you sin, you go to hell. They actually, because, I mean, you don't go to hell if you sin. Because, well, there's a lot of sin in this world. But, yeah. Oh, we're at the 30-minute mark, so, yeah. Now let's bring on our pal Chase.
We're a minute over the 30-minute mark.
Yeah. Hopefully his train talk can... In the meantime, I might as well discuss my plans for July. So, obviously, I'm going to be filming for the movie. I still don't have a release date yet, but, well, I'll come up with one. Probably as soon as I create the first trailer. By reckon, I'll probably release it around August or September. If I'm not done yet, I'll probably release it maybe around my birthday.
I can't wait to see what the trailer is. I really like the trailer for Drew Thomas movie too.
So which one?
The actual like movie trailer where it actually revealed the release date and all that.
Oh yeah, the third trailer. The first there's the teaser trailer, and then there's this trailer.
Okay, I do remember seeing that trailer. I remember seeing that trailer first time. That one was a good one, but I liked the third trailer. It was pretty good. I like the music and all the shots and stuff. It really like.
Oh, I think it might be this trailer.
Yep.
I first started off using
Inside my universe lives the cutest bunch of engines you've ever seen. We're back, baby! That's right, the Super Stationeers are back! For another great exciting ride! This time, they're joined by 2 new characters. So come join them on their exciting adventure, filled with music, fun, and excitement. And lots of action, too. Come on, Percy! We can do this! Yes, we can! And everyone is going to be there. Will Cuddles be there? Yes, Cuddles will be there. Oh, and so will Petunia? Yes, of course. Everyone's gonna be here. Drew Thomas returned to St. Louis. Coming soon this September to Drew Thomas. Rated PG-13. Yes.
I have, okay, this is giving me an idea what I should be doing during the fireworks show, just humming that music during the
Well,
fireworks.
they're gonna have music playing, but well,
I don't care. I don't care.
You should do that.
Why haven't we made a teaser trailer for the third movie already?
I think I'm probably gonna start work on that. I think I work on that today.
Watch how it's just gonna be the teaser trailer. It's just gonna be like the second teaser for True Thomas the Movie 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
However, instead of the engines, it's just like the main characters, like Mr. Conductor, Judy Hopps, and like, you know.
Ba-dum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum.
Yeah, the music was from the Terminator 2 teaser trailer, which was showing how which it was basically showing the Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator being manufactured in Cyberdyne. It was showing his metal endoskeleton being made and how that is living tissue before it would show the logo and he would say, "I'll be back." The first teaser trailer was something that had the original Terminator 2 theme, and well, it was pretty much explaining about what was going to be happening. Anyway, here's Chase. Now for some train talk, folks.
Hello. I just bought a new train set today.
Cool. Oh,
Well,
Yep, Trevor even agrees. He has his thumbs up in this picture.
well,
Oh.
not completely new. I bought it off Facebook Marketplace.
Ah.
But relatively new.
To you.
I've also
Yeah.
created a DVD trailer for my movie, but well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was watching the stream that I like that trailer. That was a good trailer.
Which one, man?
The second one we played first, and then the third one was the second one we played.
But yeah, the first version of the trailer was going to be, I believe that was during the time I was going to have Strasbourg in the movie, which thankfully didn't actually feature clips of Strasbourg because I didn't have any clips. But well, yeah, I didn't mention it in the trailer at least. But yeah. But yeah, the second trailer I decided to show the three different railways and their most popular engines, like Sodor has Thomas, Six Flags has Tommy G. Robertson, and the St. Louis Zoo train has Ulysses.
Oh, I always thought it was Lewis Clark, because Lewis Clark shows up everywhere on the advertisements.
At least in my opinion, anyway. I have to feature the.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
then never mind.
At least the most popular engine, because I believe I held a poll in the past on which two-line engine was their favorite, and I think everyone voted for Ulysses, who was voiced by our good friend Hudson Friend Guy, who is not with us right now.
Yep. Hudson's actually going to be the voice of a new character in my first series. In my series.
After Thomas Movie 2 was also the also had the healers in it because, well, yeah, although the first one just had the Simpsons, the otters, and the engines. But in the second movie, I introduced Judy and Nick, and the healers were already introduced in like past videos, so I feel like people should I still at least explained how they became a part of the Stationeers in the movie. True Thomas Movie 2, that is. I explained how we met them and stuff, and yeah.
True Thomas, the movie, coming to theaters soon.
Yes.
True Thomas the Movie 3, Lost in Missouri, coming to theaters in, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool if you included a couple clips of me and Wyatt's Railway too.
Well, they're not going to appear in the movie, so.
Because then you what?
Well, I mean, my Railway is sort of going to be, well, I'm not going to, well, one of my engines particularly is planned to show up in the fourth movie for
Remember me, folks? Darted Alien from Silver Dollar City Adventure.
The actual theatrical trailer should have "The World Is New" from the Tom the Magic Railroad trailer in it, because, well, I mean, originally I was going to go with "Beyond the Sea" by Robbie Williams, but, well, yeah, from Finding Nemo, by the way. But I decided instead I'm going to have "The World Is New" from, well, you know, the actual Tom's the Magic Road trailer. Which this trailer was the one that had Eddie Glenn voicing Thomas and Neil Crone voicing Diesel 10, but you can still hear Keith Scott's Diesel 10 voice when he's saying, "Get out of my way," as he's driving past.
Get out of my way. I have unfinished business here. I want to finish it fast.
I have also recorded a few more scenes last night. I was recording some Smelters Yard stuff. However, I'm trying to find the Pinchy that came with the Rebecca sets I got. I've been trying to find that Pinchy, but I don't know where that Pinchy went. So I may have to get a brown pipe cleaner and attach it to the top of Diesel 10's roof so I can have a more articulated Pinchy instead of just open and closing claw. And you see, for the first Drew Thomas movie, I decided, much like Diesel 10 Means Trouble, the book about Magic Railroad, I was going to have to where Diesel 10 would be hiding his claw, and then he would pull it out as soon as he would mention it.
Yeah.
Which is why you saw him without his claw for, like, his introduction scene. And he didn't pull it out until the otters were wondering what was so scary about him. They could see his claw emerge and on top of his head.
I just like, oh my gosh, go get them!
Oh yeah. These next few scenes I recorded has Diesel 10 doing an evil laugh, and I'm gonna be trying to implement the comical side of Diesel 10 for this one because I feel like for the first movie, Diesel 10 wasn't as comical. The only comical stuff was him being gay towards Sideshow Bob.
Oh my god.
And there's also his yelling though, because that was comical.
Yeah, like go get them or ready launch.
Yeah, there's also damn it to hell.
We were so close.
Oh man, someone should just make like a compilation of Diesel 10 yelling.
I'll see.
Oh yeah, there's also my eyes, spicy eyes. That quote was inspired by Disney's Bolt. Where,
I did in fact make a compilation for just both trailers for both movies.
Oh, let's check out another compilation. I make this third trailer.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing that. Yeah, the minute when that the third trailer release, like how the other two are, yeah, I'm gonna make a compilation for all three trailers.
Those lines. I think I'm probably gonna. I think for the teaser trailer, it's gonna have Chief Bogo and giving Nick and Judy their mission.
I really want to get
that scene will also be in the movie.
I really want to get out some ideas for teasers and stuff, but I don't want to say anything because it's gonna spoil the trailer or teaser.
Yeah. What's that noise?
I hear it too. It's like a sound.
Yeah. It sounds like someone rubbing styrofoam or I don't know.
What?
We keep hearing like this.
Without styrofoam?
Noise. We keep hearing like this noise. I don't know where it's coming from, but
it might be me because I'm trying to fix up the track for my new big collar.
But yeah, this third movie, by the way, will be the last one of the Drew Thomas the movies. Because I'm not going to be like Disney Pixar, where I'm just going to be running franchises to the ground. This will be the last installment.
You're not going to do a Pixar and run a franchise into the ground.
Well, we are doing Comic Express 4, but that's pretty much a fix-up for 3.
I'm still not sure if I'm going to release it this year or next year, but I would definitely be making this movie. Maybe I feel like I should release it this year, so that way I could just get out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, we already delayed it one time. I mean, keep delaying it. It's gonna be to where it's not gonna happen at all.
If I, for some reason, get all the filming and stuff done by the 25th anniversary of Magic Railroad, then I probably might release it by then. But so far it's going to be released between August and September. Maybe November if I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
But so far I've gotten some filming done.
Hey, Drew.
I just need to go out and do some filming, which that'll probably be really hot for me.
Well, pretty much you did. You pretty much did the first 3 movies on like Christmas Day, so that can probably be your goal. Is if you get everything finished by then, just have it release on or premiere on Christmas Day.
Well, that's the Thomas Express 4 that you're talking about. I'm talking about like this movie that I'm making right now.
Oh, the Drew Thomas movie 3. Oh. Well, I mean, this weekend when we do...
If Drew Thomas the movie was released in theaters, do you think it would do better than the Ryan's World movie?
It probably would.
Maybe.
Because the Ryan's World movie only made $600,000 and they had a $10 million budget.
Well, keep in mind that the target audience towards the movie is kids, so this is mostly targeting like teenagers with mental disabilities or like adults.
Yes. But
that's what my audience is targeting.
I didn't even watch the Ryan's World movie, so
I didn't watch it either because I don't watch that crap.
Nope.
I also
that was trying to push a brand way too far.
Yeah. I've also decided I'm not just going to be constantly cutting towards. I decided not to cut constantly towards the scenes of Mr. Conductor Stanley Thomas talking to the Bluey characters because then it'll just feel formulaic. It'll just feel like, or I feel like it'll just take away from the story. Because Thomas and the Magic Railroad, the first one, or only one, they had it to where it was like during the original draft, it was Lily's mom telling the story, and it showed her showing a photo album with her kids, and then she started telling the story, and then the whole story continued on from there, and then it just shows her family one more time as she's talking more about how she became an engineer, and then how Patch was coming with his horse, and it showed them walking towards Shining Time at the end, which you can still see that shot in the current draft of Magic Railroad, the movie that we got today. It's seen before the montage of people having fun at Shining Time, as well as the movie's ending, before Mr. Conductor finds that ice cream cone in a flower food container. I don't know where it came from.
Oh my gosh.
Like, why an ice cream cone? I haven't done that scene, come to think of it. But how would I do that? I mean, maybe I guess I could have like a shot of me at the railroad doing something, and or out of nowhere, I just find like a delicious treat or something. I'm like, oh hey.
The shining
I mean, we are.
But probably not an ice cream cone, because who finds an ice cream cone
Friday and Sunday, because Saturday is going to be our break time, and
Well, Friday is going to be our Friday at Six Flags, we're just going to have fun. We're just going to focus on having fun, riding rides, seeing the fireworks. Saturday will be filming day. Sunday, well, I think I might have. I think I'm decided I might film the Nick and Judy scenes along the railroad, and also the Mr. Conductor being lost scenes along that spot too. Because yeah.
Hey Drew, have you seen the AI videos of people singing the Shining Time song?
Oh, the AI covers.
Yeah, there was one where
I don't
one
watch
of the
those
guys from
because
the
I'm jealous
Wiggles
I can't do
sang the
it.
song.
Wait, what?
There was one where one of the guys from the Wiggles sang the song.
So which one? Greg, Anthony, Jeff,
Whoever
I
wore
forgot.
the purple, I
Murray.
think.
Okay. Oh, so it's probably Jeff. Jeff was the purple wiggle. Unless if it was like one of the wiggles after Jeff.
Maybe? I don't know.
The only wiggle that stuck around the longest was Anthony. Because Greg retired and was replaced with Sam, and then was replaced with Emma, and then was
Why am I
replaced
the
with
only
someone
one who
else.
can't hear Drew?
I can hear
Oh, there
Drew.
we go. I heard him for a second. I heard him for like a split second, but that was an echo from you, Chase.
What'd you say?
It's probably because my stupid internet.
Are you gonna go and beat the heck out of your router again?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, Chase, but Drew was just like completely silent for me.
I can hear Drew just fine. I don't know what you're talking about, Wyatt.
A picture of Diesel 10 at the Museum of Transportation. I might just take a picture of Diesel 10 and do remove.
Oh, you're doing it at the Transportation Museum?
I might just take a picture of the museum. I might just take a picture online from the Museum of Transportation and just plaster Diesel 10 over it.
Where at? I could probably find you a picture.
Maybe in like the same yard as where Big Boy is.
I can do that. I can do that for you. I think I have a picture of that area for you. I can probably get you one. That would be hilarious.
I think I might have given away too much. Oh well.
What'd you say?
I think I might have given away a little bit too much. I don't want to give away too much about the movie, so we'll talk about this more probably when we're off the stream.
Yeah. I'm just currently trying to set up.
I can hear you guys much more fine now.
Also, this third movie is going to utilize and use the Zootopia score, which so far I've done a couple of tests. I featured some of the Zootopia score for the intro to That's What Friends Are For, the Drew Thomas music video. And I featured some of the Zootopia music and Giggles Watches the THX logo at the beginning. So this movie is going to have some Zootopia score in it. You might recognize some of these themes if you watched Zootopia. So, yeah.
Well, you did have Zootopia music in Drew Thomas movie too as well.
Oh yeah, I did. That was the first time I've actually featured Zootopia music in it. That because I had Ticket to Ride and I had Try Everything in it.
Ticket to Ride. That's a cool name.
Well, that's when Judy Hopps was a meter maid and she was writing tickets for the cars in Zootopia, and that music.
Oh yeah. For some reason, I found that shot hilarious because every vehicle got a ticket.
Yeah. However, her next day was when she was starting to get hateful comments from a bunch of the people. Like one of them was like, "My mommy wishes you were dead."
Ooh, that's doesn't sound good.
Yeah, poor Judy. Thankfully, that same day, she got her chance to actually have a case. Well, kind of. She chased a criminal, caught it, and Chief Bogo was impressed. Which this bag was what Chief Bogo thought were moldy onions, but that was actually a foreshadowing of the Night Howlers, because those were the Night Howlers before they bloomed. And he was going to give them to Doug, so that way he could make the Night Howlers to put his plan into action with Bellwether, which was starred in Predators and turned them savage. I'm also going to need to find some sort of blue liquid because I feel like instead of having instead of having Bellwether shoot Night Howler pellets, she's gonna try to like feed the Night Howlers in like a juice. Oh my gosh! I feel like this should be seeing my find that blue liquid. I'm like, what is this blue liquid? And then I just or maybe that'll probably be at like Six Flags. I could probably get like a thing of Powerade and say, what is this blue liquid I found in this bottle? And then Nick's like, don't drink that.
Ooh, liquid! Don't drink that.
Yes. Because
Was
I mean
it
that would
post
probably be
reference
hilarious.
because
What?
I might do a
Was
live
it
stream
post
later
reference because
with my new Chattanooga.
You were saying what?
so was it post reference because apparently you guys went quiet because my which is a stupid internet. So
Well, there's gonna be a scene of Blonde Conductor finding a blue liquid in Six Flags. Like, I'm probably gonna get like a plastic water bottle and secretly bring it into the park and fill it up with Powerade, so I can have that as the Night Howler liquid. I'm like, what is this blue liquid? And Nick's like, don't drink that. And then Judy's like, that's Night Howlers.
Now my big haulers have plenty of room to run around on.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that.
Ooh, look, wonderful liquid. Don't drink that.
yeah, if you do
I might have
if you
you
do a live stream tonight, Chase.
go ahead.
What?
Yeah, Chase, if you do a live stream tonight with your big haulers, you should just have the engines just take turns running around on the layout.
Yeah, I might do that. Because now I have three to choose
a
from.
massive
I have
train.
Casey Jones, I have Rio, and now my newest one, the Chattanooga.
Are you gonna use StreamYard, Chase?
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Why? Why were you planning on joining?
I wish I could make like
Doing
a
anything?
custom.
No.
I wish I could put like a custom surprise face
Custom
on my
what?
Lionel Thomas. Because so I feel like
I don't know
should have
why
more faces
Lionel
on
was
my
so
Lionel
stupid
Thomas.
and at least not add some more faces. It'd be nice if they added more faces.
Like maybe have like
Oh,
a
you
shock
changed it
face.
you changed the layout. But yeah, I don't know why Lionel never added more faces. I mean, the faces they have are great, but at least why not more faces?
Yeah. I also decided this movie's gonna have somewhat of a curtain call. Although it's gonna be like a music video after the credits of the song from Grease, We Go Together. Because well, that's a song that I like from Grease, and it's also a song that I'm learning all the words to pretty much. I might do that for karaoke someday. My friend Joshua the Remington Studios
There
has
it
created a
goes.
music video of that song. It's a pretty good song from Grease.
Yeah. I didn't know. Yeah, Chase. Did you add some more track from the Chattanooga to expand your layout?
Hold on. I can barely hear you guys. Hello?
I guess
Hello?
now
Are you
he's
there?
starting to deal with what I had to deal with. He's starting to
Hello?
deal with
Oh,
what
there we go.
I'm starting to
There we go.
deal with.
I can hear you guys now.
Earlier,
I just had to change my setting. I'm good. I'm good now.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, folks, we're
Yeah,
experiencing a
you
lot
changed
of
your layout. It looks like with that track. Yeah. So it looks like, Chase, you got with that track you got from the Chattanooga, you expanded your track layout.
Yep.
It's
Look
pretty
how
nice
big it is
looking.
now.
Yeah.
Goes there, under the table, past this point, and then back again. Yeah, I might do a live stream where I rotate the engines every 20 minutes, and then.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what the first teaser for Drew Thomas movie 3 is going to be like.
Yeah.
Drew Thomas, the movie 3, coming soon. You can see the 2 other big haulers back there. Yeah, this was $100 for the set. And honestly, for that price, I am happy. On Facebook Marketplace, not on eBay. Just remember that. Facebook Marketplace.
Yes. I have to definitely remember that for the future anyway. So the stream is now at the 1 hour mark, so it's time to put this to an end, and it's time to probably start working on some more scenes for the movie. Which I think I'm probably going to work on some more Island of Sodor stuff and Thomas begin to search for Mr. Conductor. And yeah. Be on the lookout for the teasers coming soon. I don't know when I'm going to release the first teaser, but I think I might just release it in like late September. I'm not sure. But yeah. Maybe it's like a last day of summer thing like I did for Drew Thomas the movie 2. Because I released it on pretty much the last day of summer. Which was the 21st night of September. Because of the song by Earth, Wind & Fire. But yeah. Anyway, so I've talked about my summer camp. And instead of going to summer camp 10 years later, I'm going to Six Flags and staying at a hotel with my friend Wyatt. But anyway, like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to check out my other content. I'm probably going to get something to eat now, so yeah, let's break for lunch. Hopefully I'll find Pinchy. This is Drew Thomas. Off. Good night, and pickle suck.